Sojourner Truth was born into slavery in 1797 under her given name, Isabella Baumfree. She was forced into a marriage to another slave by her master and saw most of her 13 children sold to slavery. She ran to an abolitionist family as an adult, and they helped her win her freedom. She endured countless hardships, and yet she was one of the most influential advocates for African American and women's rights of her time. She published many pamphlets and articles on her beliefs, despite never having had the opportunity to learn to read or write. She even participated in the Underground Railroad. And though she was never allowed any kind of formal education, she gave one of the most famous speeches on women's rights and African Americans' rights. This is her speech. It is titled, "Ain't I a Woman?" That twixt the Negroes of the South and the women of the North, all talking about rights, the white men will be in a fix pretty soon. But what's all this here talking about? That man over there says that women need to be helped into carriages and lifted over ditches and to have the best place everywhere. Nobody ever helps me into carriages or over mud puddles or gives me any best place, and ain't I a woman? Look at me, look at my arm. I have plowed and planted and gathered into barns, and no man could head me. And ain't I a woman? I could work as much and eat as much as any man when I could get it, and bear the lash as well, and ain't I a woman? I have borne 13 children and seen most sold off to slavery, and when I cried out with my mother's grief, none but Jesus heard me, and ain't I a woman? Then they talk about this thing in the head. What's this they call it? Intellect. That's it. What's that got to do with women's rights or Negroes' rights? If my cup won't hold but a pint, and yours holds a quart, wouldn't you be mean not to let me have my little half measure full? Then that little man in black there, he says that women can't have as much rights as men, 'cause Christ wasn't a woman. Where did your Christ come from? Where did your Christ come from? From God and a woman. Man had nothing to do with him. If the first woman God ever made was strong enough to turn the world upside down all alone, these women together ought to be able to turn it back and get it right side up again. And now they is asking to do it, the men better let them. Obliged to you for hearing me, and now old Sojourner ain't got nothing more to say.